when I sprayed this perfume on a few blotters and handed them out to my friends, exactly 4 out of 5 people started smiling immediately. Except for one. He said it was too artificial and synthetic for him. Let's find out the truth. In this video, I will review the newest release from the house of Maison Francis Kurkdjian, simply called Kirky. Welcome to my Smellomania channel, where I review perfumes with the help of drawings. My only hope is that this method of analyzing perfumes will be not only entertaining but also helpful. Kirky, what's it all about? The perfumer behind this fragrance is Francis Kurkdjian himself, and Kirky is his childhood nickname. And simply put, the idea behind this perfume was to recreate the smell of his childhood. So was he successful in his attempt? My test subjects. I always wear the perfume I'm analyzing for at least a week, sometimes even longer. And if I have a chance, I always ask for other people's opinions and always look forward to their reactions. Since Kirky is supposed to be a childhood dream inside a bottle, what better test subjects there could be than kids? I sprayed some perfume on my wrist and presented it to 3 serious jury members. It took all of them exactly 1 second to nominate Kirky as the best perfume ever. I had to be careful not to allow my hand to be licked or eaten. When I presented this perfume to adults, almost all of them started smiling, and I could immediately see how their minds went down their memory lanes. Except for my husband. You see, he became a weathered perfume critic during my time on YouTube. So he deemed Kirky to be too synthetic, and I do agree, but I'll cover this part later. As for the rest of the group who were transported far away by the smell, we came to a unanimous conclusion. Kirky smells like gummies. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But there are so many types of gummies: the sour strips, the transparent teddies, the cola bottles, the jelly beans. But Kirky reminded us of these red and black berries, which are famously crunchy and chewy at the same time. I even bought a bag to see if my memory wasn't misleading me. And yes, the aromas are pretty similar. After a longer wear, I discovered another candy in this Kirky bag, these sour peach slices. But after all, the brand of the candy is not so important. The main thing is clear. Kirky smells like fruity gummies, and you will get childhood flashbacks while smelling this perfume. That's a 100% guarantee. Or you will get your money back. They should say this in their ads, right? What it's not. This perfume is so simple yet like no other at the same time, that at this point I'm finding it easier to say what it's not than what it is. Yes, it's sweet, but it's not a nauseating sweet gourmand scent. Yes, it's a bit musky, but it never steers into the shampoo or fruity soap category. Yes, it's fruity, but it's not an overwhelming, room-clearing fruit bomb. I'm looking at you, Kirky and Erbapura. I'm actually really proud of MFK for not going down this tried and tested road of fruity, musky bombs, because on paper, Kirky looks very similar to the other beasts I've just mentioned. Wait, Kirky? Kirky? All 3 fall into this fruity, sweet, musky and powdery profile. For those who are not so familiar with my examples, let me explain. Erba Pura by Sospiro Perfumes started the whole trend in 2013. It broke the niche perfumery world. It quickly became one of the most sought-after perfumes and most definitely started that trend of those musky fruit bombs. Then Kirky followed in 2015, and after that, everyone lost the number of similar smelling fruity beasts. All of these perfumes have a few things in common. They sometimes have one dominant fruit note, either a peach, a pear, a raspberry, or just a generic fruity accord. Insane, otherworldly longevity, and the unspeakable power to clear the room instantly if oversprayed. So why Kirky makes me proud and gives us hope? It's not so difficult to create a so-called beast mode perfume. Just add some really strong aroma chemicals and some synthetic ambers and synthetic musks, and there you go. Instant staying power of 18 plus hours. But when they start using these synthetic ingredients, all of the perfumes start smelling very similar. That being said, Kirky is an unexpectedly intimate perfume. It lasted for only a couple of hours on my skin and it really didn't project much. After a full day, I had to really dig deep into my wrist to detect a few leftover molecules. However, if a few drops get on your clothes, you can expect to detect the smell even after a few days. What are the notes of the perfume? The official website isn't too generous with the note list, but the few mentioned are enough. A gourmand musky accord, vanilla, sandalwood, and a tutti frutti accord, which can smell like a multitude of things: oranges, pears, peaches, raspberries, or blackberries. Quote, an accord that simply makes your mouth water. End of quote. I'm really glad that Francis Kurkdjian didn't make Kirky into an atomic, everlasting gummy bear. Instead, he opted for a more philosophical approach. He made Kirky fleeting, soft, intimate, just like our childhood memories. To me, this newest release is about the courage to create a rather soft and intimate perfume and offer it to the customer. People truly got used to paying more for perfumes and expecting to get unmatched longevity and insane stylage out of one spray. But it seems that this trend is fading away. To me, the silent message behind Kirky is it's okay to not be the loudest one in the room. It's okay to be subtle, and it's okay to be classy and still enjoy your childhood memories. And you don't have to shout into everyone's faces, "Look, I love fruits." I'm looking at you, Erba Pura. Remember, earlier I mentioned that my husband deemed Kirky to be too synthetic. And yes, I can absolutely agree to the statement. It is synthetic smelling. There's nothing natural about it, except for that softest and gentlest vanilla note in the dry down. But not many things are natural about tutti frutti gummies too. This fragrance is supposed to smell artificial. It's supposed to remind us of crazy colored candies and dear sugary smells. When I just received my sample, I was ecstatic and really fell in love with the sheer simplicity of this fragrance. But 3 weeks into wearing and experiencing it, my feelings have slightly changed. After all, it's a very flat perfume. There's not much depth to it, and it doesn't evolve much. It's a bit like listening to one note being played over and over again. But nevertheless, it's a very tempting and memory-inducing smell of sweet gummies. Before I tell you about my final drawing, I wanted to let you know that you can find me on Instagram. Also, my friend simply ordered me to share my reviews on TikTok as well, so I guess I'm a TikToker now. The likes and the follows are growing like crazy in there, so join the whole fun if you like, no pressure. Also, I wanted to thank my Patreons, Adam and Chloe. You're truly the best. I appreciate you so much. And my very special thank you goes to Romy Blois, who supported the channel in unbelievable ways. Thank you. So, what am I drawing here? Kirky feels like a grand haute couture fashion show, only the models are gummies. Yes, the smell is fun and light-hearted, almost childish, but at the same time, it's very elegant and chic. I imagine a teenager coming from wealthy old money family wearing this perfume. Kirky makes you feel and look young and fun, yet classy and expensive at the same time. Just because the smell isn't getting into everyone's faces, just because it's subtle, that's why it feels like a next level expensive childhood experience. Thank you so much for staying with me on this journey back in time, back to our childhood. It was so much fun. Thank you once again and see you the next week. Bye.